Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, good people? It's your boy Chris, better known as Crispy Cappin from Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff. Wanted to make a quick video this morning just to kind of prep for today. We got spaces at 5:30 as always, but I thought it was kind of needed, man, especially with the playoffs being here. Quarterfinal games. We get some game twos after some the rest of game ones yesterday on Sunday. Today's April 18th, 2022. So first up, we got the 76ers hosting the Toronto Raptors again. This game's going to be played in Philly again. Toronto, they let me down. I had them -4. Thought that they could come in and not necessarily win game one, but potentially still game one. At least keep it close. Their defense was non-existent pretty much. I did not expect their defense to be that bad, but it kind of is what it is. Then you lose Scotty Barnes. I think it's imperative that Philly does win this game tonight because Matisse Thybulle will not be traveling with the team to Toronto to play in game 3 and game 4. So I expect we get a line that opened at 6.5. I expect Toronto to come out and play with a little more enthusiasm, specifically on defense. I do think that the loss of Scotty Barnes, who probably won't be participating in this game, is huge. But, I expect for Toronto to be able to kind of, get it together. You got to be able to slow down Tobias Harris, who's been a non-factor for most of the season. You also got to be able to slow down Maxey just a tad bit. Maxey can't look like AI, and he looked like Allen Iverson in game one. So, you didn't even have to withstand too much of Embiid, who didn't even get to 20 points. So you got to find a way to pick it up if if you're Toronto. I'm pretty sure Nick Nurse will have some defensive schemes up his sleeve, but man, it's going to be hard for them to be able to pull this game out in Philly. Do expect a much more concerted effort on the defensive end, though. Moving along, because I'm trying to make this video pretty quick. 8:30 game, you got the Utah Jazz going to Dallas. As hard as it is for me to back the Utah Jazz, because I do think that they're not as good as their record, and they're not just a good team in general, specifically on the road where they're only 17, 24, and 1 ATS. For a team like that to finish with the 5th seed in the Western Conference, it just shows that the East was a little bit stronger, but that's a story for a different day. The Jazz, man, I think so. Luka's doubtful for this game, which makes it really hard for me to be able to pick Dallas to be able to keep this game, close. You get a spread that opened at 5. Watching Dallas play, they're definitely better than this Utah Jazz team if you have full squad and Luka's a part. What they was able to do to kind of wreak havoc with Utah's offense, specifically in the first half when Donovan Mitchell couldn't really score, it was impressive, man. Shout out to Jason Kidd. But Donovan Mitchell picked it up in the third quarter. Dallas's offense, that's the one thing that for me is the weakest link in this. So Utah's defense is not the greatest. But against that version of Dallas offense, I would only be able to look towards Utah to be able to cover this game. I'm not endorsing the Utah Jazz, though. Don't think that. But I think, just watching Dallas's offense didn't really do a lot for me at all. We did cash on Jalen Brunson points, over 20.5. But I just don't like their offense, and Luka definitely puts everybody, kind of shifts everybody back into their natural position. But yeah, I'm gonna move on, man. I could talk basketball all day. Real quick, the last game, Denver Nuggets against Golden State. Man, for me, Golden State looked like a well-oiled machine. I wasn't ready to back them. I was actually ready to back Denver, but that was just a lean. The 6.5 points I think that they were catching. So glad that I stayed away from that because Denver looked like they had Jokic and that's it. And Jokic didn't even play well. Shout out to Steve Kerr for putting Jokic in positions on the defensive end where he wasn't able to just sit. He had him guarding, Bielitsa and Draymond Green and whoever he was guarding. They were doing a lot of backdoor cutting and screen setting, which you could just tell. Joker was frustrated. He was tired, gassed on the defensive end. You could just see it. So shout out to Steve Kerr for that. If those guys from Denver, if the supporting role players don't step up, I don't see anything different happening today. And Denver could really be in big trouble. So, hopefully Mike Malone can come up with something, or not even Mike Malone. I think it's more so on Denver players. Those role players got to step up. They got to be able to make shots. The Monte Morrises of the world, the Jeff Greens, the Jermichael Greens, the Aaron Gordons of the world. Even Bones. Bones has played well. I think Bones had a pretty good game in game one, but they're gonna need all that because Joker is he's only one person, man, and he's carried that team throughout the whole season. But this is the time in the year where they need help. They really need help. Not just him doing everything by himself. So yeah, Bones had 10 points on 4 for 10 shooting, but Aaron Gordon shot 3 for 10 and had 8 points. That's not gonna cut it. Will Barton played well. They're gonna need that effort again, and they're gonna need some of these other players to step up, man. They definitely gonna need some of these other players to step up and help Jokic out a lot. So yeah, I think I lean towards Golden State to be able to kind of clean them up. But if Denver wants to win, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to play a lot better, specifically on the offensive end. I think their offense and defense kind of runs together. One of them plays off the other one, but much more concerted effort. Not saying that they can't cover. We'll chop it up into spaces later, specifically about this game and about all the games, honestly, for the whole day. But like I said, just wanted to make a quick video, man, kind of let you guys know what I was looking at in this game earlier. In the Toronto game, I do expect a much more representative effort from some of those guards. Fred VanVleet didn't have the greatest day. Gary Trent Jr. didn't have the greatest day. And Siakam not going to be able to do it all by himself, especially with the injury to Scotty Barnes. Thaddeus Young got a little nicked up as well. So I expect one of those guys specifically, to be able to step up. But we'll talk about it more in the spaces, man. Like I said, I wanted to keep the video short. Have a great day, man. It's early. It's 8 a.m. On the East Coast. I'm in Virginia. And then one last thing, shout out to everybody who purchased a t-shirt. T-shirts will be mailed out before the weekends. Just a quick update. It'll be 2 day shipping. It'll also come with a tracking number, so you should have your shirt before the weekend, if not on next Monday. So shout out to you guys, man. Tap into the space if you can. Follow me on Twitter, the Twitter space. Follow me on Twitter. Same handle. Crispy Cap in 2 P's, 2 N's. Have a great day, man, and space is going up later. We definitely get into some cash for sure.